Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm 10100. I'm an artist from Southwest Michigan. I got a box. Oh, I forgot I ordered these. So I was perusing Blick art supplies, as I sometimes like to do, and I saw these. These are oil pastels. And when I saw these on Blick, I said to myself, you know, I've never really tried those. I should probably fix that. So today I am going to be trying oil pastels for the first time. It appears that these are sennelier, however you say that. 24 colors, oil pastels. Trying to get my black bean on. I also got this pastel paper. I figured if I'm getting pastels, I should get the correct kind of paper for it. So we got that. Let's take a look at these babies. What are we working with here? Look at those colors. Got some warm colors, got some earth tones, got some blues, got some greens, got some yellows. 24 colors. I don't know, that should cover it, right? They are cute. Look at that. That just looks like a little lipstick action. Is this gonna be supremely messy? Am I gonna make some janky art? Am I gonna make something epic? No time like the present. Let's go test these out. Okay, first things first, let's just go ahead and test these colors out, get a feel for them. This is gonna be yellow ochre, red, orange, pink, brown, darker brown, greenish brown, even darker brown, gray, moss green, black, white, blue, teal, baby, lighter teal, green, yellow, golden yellow. So those are my colors. Those are looking good. Now, here's the question. Let's say I wanted to make a ball. Do I go dark to light? So yeah, if I got my dark red here, kind of making my shadows, and then we move into a lighter red. Probably shouldn't have put the black up there. We'll see how this goes though. Let's fill this in. And then we move into, I don't know, this orange. Just seeing how these blend. Very textury. And then we move into yellow, I guess. Let's try that. Okay, the blending power has seemed to stop. So just putting this yellow on top of this orange is doing a little bit, but not a ton. If we throw some white in there. Yeah, so I think I gotta be more careful. Now, what if we go the other direction? Like if we put this yellow down and then we threw orange on top of it. Now, yeah, the orange is kind of able to hold its own on the yellow, but the yellow is too weak to fight the orange very well. So I wonder if I should consider working light to dark, or maybe yellow is just inherently such a weak color in every art supply ever that yellow just can't do its thing. Let's try this like darker blue and putting a light teal on top of it, because my teal looks pretty powerful as far as opacity goes. Yeah, that actually works pretty well. So I think it's just a yellow issue, just like every art supply ever. Yellow is weak, son. That teal is strong. So when I do want to do like highlights or shines or whatever, I probably need to leave that area of the paper blank and not try to put highlights on top of other highlights. Now, if we get messy with it and just start blending it with our finger, that's looking pretty cool, where we can just massage the art piece in, the fingy. Oh yeah, baby, we blending. I wonder if there's a tool that would be better than my finger at this. And since this is oil based, how hard is this gonna be to get off of my hands? Also, I need to reserve fingers when I switch colors. So if I start blending this one, I probably don't want to use that finger I was just using. But the blend be nice though. The blend do be nice. Now what if we put white on top of this blue? It does a little bit. You can just kind of cake it in there. Oh yeah, give it that pressure. Go hard in the paint, as they might say. And then we give it the old Kalamazoo caress. Not too bad. Yeah. Okay. What's that thing that Jazza says? Dabble before you dive. I have dabbled. Should I dabble some more? Should I try and draw a dumb little character? That might be a good idea. Just a bit more dabbling. Maybe we'll sketch in like yellow ochre, and we are just gonna draw, I don't know, face here or something. A little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Now, throw some shadows in here. Yeah, the precision of the tip on these is not the best for like ultra detailed work, and I probably should be working a little bigger with these, but we're gonna figure it out. Let's say the light's coming from over here, so we'll have stronger shadows on this side. I don't know. Oops, those lines were not the best, but that can be like the neck shadow. When I'm sketching, I like to get real precise with my sketch, but the broad tip and the vibe of these art supplies don't let you get insanely precise. Okay, got a bit of a sketch-a-rooney going here. Now, we'll bring in our next level of shadows. shadows. Cool. Oh, I should have left this white. So I'm coming from the world of acrylic, so I would just fill that in and then I would bring in my highlight here. But I should have left this as blank paper to have an even brighter highlight. Gotta start thinking in that mode. This guy's just gonna be bald. Since this is just a practice, we're not gonna go full on hair mode. What happens if we jump all the way to a green? Ooh, we getting crazy with it. What if we went to yellow from there? I feel like I'm really gonna blaze through these pretty quick. I've already had to peel off the first little bit of paper off of this yellow. Am I being too heavy-handed? Am I being not heavy-handed enough? Now do we give it the old finger blend? I don't know if I'm doing this right. That's okay. We're having fun. We're experimenting. We're trying things out. Should I have done even a modicum of research about these art supplies before starting this? Maybe. Is this more interesting? Maybe. The nose is tricky with the finger blend. Oh, now he's wearing a turtleneck. We'll just give him a little turtleneck on that side. There we go. Now, can I come in with black and potentially add some better shape to this? His chin's a little small, but I don't think we're worried too much about proportions right now. We're more just focused on how these art supplies behave. His pupil's gonna be a bad decision. I don't know. Let's find out. Hard to get that small of a detail. Pupils are okay, I guess. He has no definition on his upper lip, and I'm afraid if I put a black line there, it's gonna look like bad lip liner. Can I come in there with the dark blue and add a bit of definition? Yeah, that worked okay. What about the little Cupid's bow or whatever that thing is called? Ooh, coming back in with the shadows is not too shabby. Okay. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling a little bit insecure about using these art supplies. I feel like I don't know what I don't know. Just winging it. And then if we kind of carve him out, some red. I don't know. What's the point of this? Not sure. What a masterpiece. Well, not too bad. I guess I just gotta be way more considerate of where I want my highlights to be to really kind of like leave that paper showing. If I do come in here with just white, I guess that works a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. Shiny head, shiny lip, shiny chin, shiny top of ear, shiny above the eye, shiny below the eye. Ooh, that's doing too much. How about on this side? Masterpiece. What y'all know about that? Okay, that's our practice. Now, maybe I should sketch something out so I have just like a sketch guideline and then see what I can make larger with a better plan and a little tiny 10 minutes worth of practice under my belt. Hey, real quick, before I fully dive into these oil pastels and try to make something like actually good, I'm gonna let you know this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is a website where you can build a website. And with Squarespace, it's super easy. They have these award-winning templates where all you gotta do is drop your awesome content into their beautiful templates and boom, you got a website. If you're an artist or a creative person, or you have anything you want to share with the world, Squarespace is great. Their e-commerce solutions are amazing. It's really easy to throw your products up there. They have subscription products and they have a ton of payment options, even beyond just, regular credit cards like Apple Pay, ACH, Klarna, Afterpay, and more. I absolutely love their sleek and elegant and easy to use image galleries. Their subscription products are how I launched my t-shirt of the month program and my art print of the month program. If it wasn't for Squarespace's subscription products, I would have never done that. You can send out invoices through your Squarespace website. Literally, like, Squarespace just does everything you would want a website to do, and they make it incredibly easy for even idiots like me to be able to do. So what are you waiting for? It's time for you to have a beautiful website. Go to squarespace.com to start your free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, go to squarespace.com/1000 for 10% off the first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much, Squarespace. Let's get back to these oil pastels. Okay, so I transferred a sketch here onto this piece of oil pastel paper or whatever the heck it's called. Just took like a stock photo of a fenic fox, quickly laid down my transfer paper, laid down the photo, traced over it, pulled the paper back, revealed my transfer. So I'm gonna go try hard on this. I don't know, try hard. This is all still experimental because I'm still not feeling super duper confident. Also, do I want to make my fenic fox normal colors or do I want it to be like crazy colors? Let's try normal, because here's my actual plan. I think it'd be cool is if I made this fenic fox's face in like oil pastels, then photographed that, brought it into my digital art app, and then drew all kinds of crazy 1000 clothes and accessories and stuff on top of it. So it's like a mixed media digital / oil pastel thing. Could be cool. Let's start with the eye. Come in here, do the outer lines of the eye. Maybe throw in this like brighter mid-tone and then come back in with the shadows to make this eye look a little bit more rendered. What's this color? More of a red dark? That's cool. Yeah, we can do a little bit of shading there. Now we do have this tiny eye over here, shading the outer edges, laying the dark over the light. That might be more of the tactic when it comes to these guys. I just got to wrap my head around that. And then we could potentially come in with this guy and bring in some yellows to add some shine. That looks pretty cool. What if I use Q-tips for my blending? Would that help? Could I get more control blending with Q-tips? That's pretty cool. Works better than my giant fat finger, maybe. Maybe it doesn't blend it quite as smooth as the finger. Okay, we got a little eyeball. Brand new art supplies. I think like my entire base color is gonna be this. Now, this whole like front patch of a Fenix Fox is like much lighter, which I can probably achieve by blending this white with this yellow ochre. Ooh, yeah, maybe some cool shadows. If we throw like a little bit of this here, and then toss in some black to darken it up, and then throw some white on top of that, can we make like a cool gray? That's kind of nice. Experimentation. Blending this out. I think with every art supply, there's always like the stage where you just have to trust that maybe it won't look crappy in the end, and there's like a long section of when it just looks real ugly. I think that is could not be more true for these oil pastels, because it really just looks like some kindergartner just scribbling at this point. But we hope and we pray that I can make this look cool somehow, or we just have fun, because smearing some of this stuff around on a piece of paper is fun. Tell you that much right now. Trying new art supplies is fun. Tell you that as well. Let's come back in with this bad boy. I like the blue shadows, but it's not quite shadowy enough. I just want to mix paint is all I want to do. I want to mix these colors together to make them darker, but it just doesn't work like that. Maybe it's finger time. The finger does be helping though. Hey, you oil pastel users in this audience, what's the proper blend technique? Is it finger? Is there a particular tool that is like just the bee's knees when it comes to blending that I should know about? Oh man, it's got a little frilly neck here. This black was probably too strong for this section right here. Oh boy, what have I gotten myself into? Now Nick was saying that the way to do highlights is to like scratch it away. I don't really like that sound. I have kind of a phobia of that sound. I don't know. Is that working? Kind of. Maybe I need a bigger scratching device. Going through an existential crisis right now. Maybe I shouldn't have done something furry. Might not have been the best subject matter. More blending. This looks like a chihuahua with like a crazy fur coat on. And that could be a whole mood, a whole vibe. Maybe we shadow it up with this. Let's go ham. Let's just put this all up in here and all up in here. And just lay down a base. God damn, that's ugly. Maybe some yellow here. Make it a bit more poppin', a bit more saturated. Come back in here. Add a little bit more darker fur texture. I don't know. The other problem is that it seems like mistakes are less forgiving with this medium. In acrylic, if it's not looking good, you paint over it. With these oil pastels, you're not really covering anything. Let's work on the face for a little bit. Maybe a bit of a palette cleanser. Not super easy to get this level of details right here with these fat tips. I think if you want a lighter color, you gotta just like lay down white first and then do the color over the top of it. Seems to be working pretty well. So we'll put down some white right here because we want this to be like light, or we could mess it up like that. Oh gosh, what the heck is going on? I need a new Q-tip. Oh boy, where's my acrylic paints at when I need them? Get me out of here. We'll just tint that a little bit with some of this yellow ochre. Also, it's bleeding, like this red transfer paper is bleeding into my colors. What are you gonna do? This lower jaw here. We'll do that. We'll just throw like a touch of blue to mix in there. And then we just mix colors on the paper. Okay. Now this body looks like absolute trash, but luckily with that plan with the digital art I had, that would kind of be covered by clothes. So as long as I don't completely screw up this face, it's potentially still salvageable. Outer eye line. Now we come in with a bit of the brown. Let's like smooth this out a little bit maybe. Now this whole chunk right here, its cheek is kind of white, very light colored fur. So let's start there and then tint it a bit with the yellow ochre and then blend it. Okay. I need an oil pastel tutor. The face is not as bad as the body so far. There's still a lot for me to mess up. Now this chunk of the head is this darker tan, and then it kind of fades down into white. Okay, this is going a little better. The white is like my friend, just lightening all these colors up. The white is doing a lot of the heavy lifting right now. I wonder if this gray is so like transparent on purpose, like it's supposed to be a color darkener toner type of art supply versus like just a color that you lay down. Maybe it's supposed to kind of help you do color changes with these pastel sticks. I mean, this fur is basically like all white on the face, or just very light. Thought maybe at this point the confidence would have risen. Thought maybe we'd be getting somewhere, but I feel come on, white. Save me. Save me, white. A little bit more of this Mama Jamma, just to tone it up. Throw some little fur swoopies. Is the point of oil pastels to just always be pretty loose? You're not gonna get the crazy detailed stuff. It's like throw colors down, see what it looks like. It's like color study type of art supply. Is that the case? Or do I just suck? Or is it both? The face is not as bad as the body. Body's just doing crazy stuff. Don't like whatever the hell I did there. That looks stupid as heck. Just throw some of these little dots in here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Looks pretty dang good to me.
Look at this. What the hell is that? He's got like a feather boa. It's supposed to look like that. And there's like no undo with this shit. Like you can't paint over it.
Just try and blend it into the background and then put more on top.
The marks are there. I guess I could just
yeah, you really got to just, you know?
Really scrape it. And then just edit that out.
I think it looks pretty solid.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
So just commit to the blue since there's blue down here. Do a bit more blue shadows. See if we can bring in a little bit of detail lines now with just like this sort of desaturated brown. Some hints at some lines. That might be helping a little bit. Just hints at the fur and the lines. A little bit of ear fur with the old white. Maybe some yellow. Just bring a little saturation back into our lives. Make it a little bit more colorful. We're gonna do a rough and rugged and just appreciate the texture, appreciate the color, appreciate the experience. Just throw some random teal in here just because I can. Bring a little pop of teal in here for no good reason. And then our buddy white helping us every step of the way. Just gotta go, making it worse. This feather boa is getting even more extreme. Yeah. Maybe some more of these little hints at fur. The black is helping us too. It's starting to look like something. Just kept pushing it. And maybe after all the complaining and all the fear and all the doubt, it's like somewhat okay. What about like just some random yellow scribbles? That might be too much. I might have messed it up. Throw some little swoopy hairs up here. Those are nice. Yeah, we like those. Little swoopy hairs. Where else has he got some swoopy hairs? He's got some swoopy hairs kind of over here on the eye, but he does actually have some black whiskers. Is that too big of a risk? We can hint at some whiskers. It's a little whiskers for you. Okay, there it is. I could take a photo of it and just Photoshop out the way I want this to actually look. I think 9 out of 10 people would think it's a Chihuahua, not a fenic fox, but they do look kind of similar IRL. And that's me doing try hard with oil pastels. That's pretty cool. Maybe now in the video, there will be a montage of me photographing this and trying to take the original oil pastel fenic fox, put digital elements on top and see what it would look like with my original plan of combining stark, clean, vector, digital art with this crazy, loose, chunky, textury oil pastel. Will that be cool? I suppose you'll be seeing it on screen right now. I'm gonna be doing it in the future. But there's my drawing. That's not too bad. It was a roller coaster of emotions doing this. I'm not sure what my final verdict is on oil pastels. And here is the finished digital art version where I added some stuff to try and just do a mixed media thing. Let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know, especially, I like doing videos like this because a lot of people in my audience, when I try brand new things, there's a lot of people who are way better or they're pros with a certain kind of art supply, and they teach me in the comment section so much more about these experimental art supplies than I ever knew. If you got any tips or tricks with the oil pastels, as you can tell, I am a complete noob. It was a lot of fun though. I think I made this entire drawing in less than an hour. hour, which if I were to sit there and paint it with acrylics, I would probably take a full day to do that. So it is very expressive, it is very quick, it is a cool way to experiment with color, lay down colors really fast. And because it was so loose and I couldn't get insane details, I felt free to just like, oh, let me throw some teal on there, let me throw some blue on there, let me just, I don't know, we'll just mess it around with my finger and see if that looks cool. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun too. It's always cool to try out new art supplies, and let me know what art supply you might want to see me try next. One day I'll try oil paint for the first time. But I'm 1000. Thank you so much. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You guys are the best. I hope you're making something awesome today. I hope you're getting creative. All right, that's it. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. Bye.